Good morning, everybody, and hello. My name is Brendon, here with you today to the strength and conditioning class with you. For equipment today, you'll need 2 sets of dumbbells, a heavier one or a lighter one, or a heavier one and a lighter one. If you don't have dumbbells available, like I said last week, this is your first time tuning in today, you just need something to hold on to add some kind of resistance. Some examples that I gave last week are some soup cans, pasta cans, anything that you can pick up and add some resistance to, that you can hold on to efficiently as well. Thank you guys for joining us today. We really appreciate your support through keeping your membership active during the shutdown. Please take a moment to check in for each class. In the description below, it provides a little link for you to check in. Other than that, please like, comment, and share these videos with others so that way we can keep promoting these virtual classes. We're going to go ahead and get started today with jogging in place. 3, 2, 1, go! We're pumping those arms, lifting the feet off the ground. If we're not lifting those feet off the ground, we'll turn to the side. We're pulling those heels up, right here. Still pumping those arms, and as we're jogging in place, we're keeping that core tight, belly button in. Hope you guys had a fantastic weekend, by the way. Mine was a great, relaxing weekend. The family and I didn't do a whole lot, just kind of hung out, watched some Christmas movies. I'd love to hear what you guys had planned over your guys' weekend. Please share a comment so that way I can know. 3, 2, 1, jumping jacks, go! Another way we can be doing jumping jacks is stepping out. As the arms come out, we're stepping out to the side and then back together as we come down. Right here. Or normal jumping jacks right here. Another thing to keep in mind, keep that core tight. And make sure to breathe. Just warming up that body for our exercises today. One thing I did forget to mention, you'll need some kind of chair or a stability ball or a couch or something that you can lean on for the first half of our exercises. So if you have a BOSU ball, that works too. Just something you can put like the top of your back on and lay down on, so that way we can do some of our chest press and other exercises that we have planned. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms up and down. Still kicking those feet out. And again, we can either be here or jumping jacks. But our arms are still coming straight up and down. Like I remind everybody, each class time, remember to grab water at any time during the class. I'm going to tell you guys to relax, but those breaks are going to be kind of short. So if you got to stop your exercise, even during the warm-up here, take time and grab that water. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stepping it out. Feet out nice and wide. We're keeping it moving. We're pumping those arms. Core stays tight. We're going to start with kicking those heels back towards our glutes. Right back here. 3, 2, 1. Go. Remember to alternate those arms, or we can come down with it. As we kick up, our hands are coming down, or we can go forward and back. Just make sure those arms are moving. You don't want to keep them to your side. You're going to feel robotic. And that doesn't give you the same kind of feel good about exercise. You don't want to feel like you're just kind of stiff. You know, you want to loosey-goosey. Good. Keep going. Try to get those heels towards your glutes as close as you can. Kick them back. Good, keep moving those arms. Ready in 3, 2, 1. Knees to elbows. Bring those knees up. If you want to slow this exercise down, feel free to do so. If you want to come here, here, slowly bring it up, and then down, go ahead and do that too. Make sure we're opening up the hips as those knees come up to our elbows. Just like so. Try not to bring those elbows down to our knees though. Okay? We're not trying to focus on contracting the abdominals. Trying to open up the hips, open it up here, stretching out those hip flexors, and bringing those knees to our elbows. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Good, feet back in, and we're jogging back in place. Good, we got 2 more. Sorry, 3 more. Good. In 3, 2, 1. Relax the feet down here. Pulling that knee to our chest. Stretching out those glutes. Pulling that knee as close to our chest as we can. Okay, bringing it up, pulling it back. Three, 2, 1, and relax. Feet are moving again. Good, here we go. Big arm circles forward, and go. Ready, small circles, same direction. Big arm circles backwards. Keep those feet moving. If they're not coming up the mat, we'll bring those heels up. Small circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started today. Finding our seat, our stability ball, our Bosu ball, whatever thing you have available. If you have step with risers, that works too. Just make sure we're sitting down, upright posture. Shoulders gonna be rolled back, straight line from the top or crown of our head all the way through our tailbone. Okay? You don't want to be leaning forward. You don't want to be way back with your lower back dipped super far in. You want to keep that core tight. Belly button sucked in, shoulders rolled back. We're happy it's Monday. Most of us, or some of us are. I don't want to speak for everybody. Right here, arms are going to come up. And then all we're going to do is we're going to come forward, out, up, back down, forward, out, up, back down, forward. 1, 2, 3, and begin. Go. Sorry, I probably should have counted down. A little less confusing. Try to stay in that upright posture as we do these. So shoulders rolled back, core is tight. We're coming together. We're not trying to drop those elbows below our shoulders. We're trying to keep them up, forward, all the way to the top. Exhaling as you come in, exhaling to the top. Try to get a few more in there. I'm gonna grab some water. Been talking too much already. Good, ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Good. If you want to set down your lighter weights, grab the heavier ones, or if you want to stay there, that works. Whatever you feel comfortable doing. We're going to roll down onto our upper part of our back. Let me back up a little bit so you guys can see me. So we're going to be here. All we're going to do is we're going to keep those hips up. while either our chair, our stability ball, our couch, whatever we are leaning our back on, stays there. Hips are gonna stay up, and we're just gonna press that weight up. Make sure we have a firm grip of our weight, so we're not dropping it. And we'll push it up. 3, 2, 1, and begin. Main thing here, as you guys go through these, keeping those hips up, okay? You don't want to be down here. That's a different workout for another time. You want to keep it up so that way we're flat. Dumbbells are coming up. Make sure to bring those weights down to our chest and then to the top. You don't want to be coming down towards your face or down towards your abdominals. Coming down here and up. Three, 2, 1, and done. Good, you can set up the heavier weights to the side and go back to the lighter ones. Or you can stay with those if you're looking for more of a challenge. Otherwise, we're gonna come back into that position. So the chair, our couch, our stability ball, our BOSU ball is at the top of our back, up by our shoulders. Head is on the ball and or chair or seat or whatever you have going on. Arms are gonna come straight up. Palms are gonna be facing each other. And then we're coming down and up, down and up. Ready? In 3, 2, 1, go. Elbow is the only point that we're bending. We want to keep our shoulders locked because they're not coming back here. We're keeping our shoulders locked where they are. Our upper arm is staying still. We're only bending at our elbows. Coming down and up. Again here, same thing as when we were doing the chest press. We want to keep those hips up. Good, core tight. Keep those glutes contracted and keep those hips up. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Good, set those weights off to the side. All right, next up, we're going to, if we have a stability ball, that's gonna be extremely helpful. If not, let me demonstrate what we're doing without one first. We're going hips up into a hip thruster. We're either gonna do single leg here with that leg out at an angle. It's not straight up and down. Leg out at an angle. Hip thrusters here. Do 2 and then switch sides. Or normal hip thrusters here. If you have a stability ball, what I want you to do is follow along with me. Heels on the ball, hip thrusting up, bringing the ball in to contract those hamstrings, and the ball's back out. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Bringing that ball in, back out, keeping those hips up as we bring the ball in and as we push it back out. Just like so. If that's not where we're at, I'll demonstrate those hip thrusters again. Feet flat on the mat, and the hips are coming up. Remember, if you have that stability ball, keep going there. Okay? Bringing that ball in. Of course, staying tight as the hips stay up. Otherwise, we're single leg, 2, 2. We're switching every 2. If you want to switch every 3 or every 4, if that's just a little smoother for you, go ahead and do that, okay? I just don't want people to switch every 1, because then you're not going to feel it as much, because you're not keeping that muscle contracted as often as I'd like. So we're still hip thrusting here. Stability balls coming in. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Go ahead and relax. Next up, we're gonna stand straight up, set either our BOSU or stability ball off to the side, or if we're not using that, just standing up and grabbing our weights again. The amount of weight that you want is completely up to you. I'm grabbing a little lighter ones. If you have a stronger lower body than I do, go ahead and go for that heavier weight, all right? Challenge yourself. But again, listen to your body. I told you guys that last week. If it's your first time tuning in with me today, what I like to say a lot is challenge yourself and make sure you listen to your body. It sounds kind of contradicting, but know when you can push yourself a little bit further, and also know when to stop and take a break. So moving into the next exercise, we're just going to do some lunges. I'll tell you guys when to switch legs. Okay, one leg back, one leg forward, keeping the weights in our hand, or no weights at all. We're going to come down and up. And up. 3, 2, 1. Join along. Go. Few things as I go through the lunges. I'm going to set the weights down so I can point to different cue points. First and foremost, make sure that back leg is far enough back. So that way when you come down, your upper body is coming straight up and down. Okay? If you're up here and you do a lunge, this front leg is going to come way over your toes. These heels are going to be coming off the ground. That's a lot of force coming out of your knee here. All right, so we want to back that leg up, and then we're coming straight up and down. Okay, with that weight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. I'm going to grab my weights again. Same thing, make sure that back leg is back far enough to when you go down, that upper body is going straight up and down. Core stays tight. Another very important thing, when you're coming down, try not to come forward, okay? You don't want to be looking like this, because then we're putting our lower back into play. We don't want to see that, okay? We want to roll those shoulders back, core tight, straight line from the crown of our head all the way down to our tailbone, straight up and down here. If you find yourself punching forward, go ahead and put those weights down, hands on hips, and then just be aware of your body positioning. Okay? Look at yourself in a mirror. Make sure you're not punching over. 5, 4, 3, 2, almost lost my balance. 1, and done. All right. Go ahead and set those weights off to the side. We're going to grab one heavy dumbbell, and we're going to set it up like so. Next up, we're going to make sure we have a really wide stance. Feet are going to be angled out. Okay, hopefully you guys can see my feet. They're going to be angled out. Then the same thing with our knees as we come down into the squat. So what we're doing right now is we're going to be doing a sumo deadlift. Okay, so it's going to feel a little awkward, but the focus on this exercise is to really hit those glutes. So we're going to come down, grabbing our weight, making sure our knees are out wide and our feet are angled out. We're going to tap the floor and then push up. Out and up. Ready. 3, 2, 1. Begin. Here we go. Feet angled out, knees pushed out. We're coming up. Tapping the floor. Core stays tight. Very important. Told you last week, that was our inside joke. Keep that core tight. All times, at all times. You're gonna hear me say it so much. It's just so important. Keep going. I'm gonna grab some water. Again, like I told you guys before, grab water anytime you need it. Making sure as we stand up in that exercise, we're contracting those glutes together to push those hips forward. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Go ahead and set that weight off to the side. We're going to come down onto our stomachs. Now, we can either be here for our planks, down onto our elbows, or we can come up onto our hands and plank here. For myself, I have really bad wrists. So I'm going to come down onto my elbows, and we're going to hold here. Okay, core is going to stay tight. Round those hips in just a little bit to contract the abdominals, and hold here. If you want to make this a little bit more difficult, hold on one second, I'm still demonstrating, so you don't want to go yet. Otherwise you're going to be holding there for a lot longer than you want to be. If you want to make this harder, go ahead and touch those hips down. Tapping them down to the mat, and then coming back up. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. We're planking here. Remember, if we want that challenge, we can drop those hips down to the side. Otherwise, hold that plank, okay? Keep those arms out. Demonstrate from this angle so you guys can see better. I want to try to keep those arms straight. My elbows bother me a little bit today, so that is kind of hard to hold that plank. So we'll come up on the hands here. Again, this is another decent alternative. I like to keep my fingers flat here, coming down onto my fist, allowing my thumbs to come down and kind of support my weight. If you have bad wrists but you want to come up on your hands, or you can just make fists and rest on those. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Good. First round of cardio, you guys ready? Here we go. Standing back up. All right, first thing we're gonna start off with is sprinters. We're gonna stay on the same leg until I tell you to switch. We're gonna come down, tapping the floor with the leg that's going back, and then coming up, and then immediately back. So I'll demonstrate from the side. Here, up, or leg is gonna be back, arms or hands are gonna be up, and then we're coming through as we pull our hands down. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. Find your speed. Find what works best for you. If you want to be here, go for it. Otherwise, we're coming down. Driving that knee up. Core staying tight though, for both of them. Exhaling as that knee comes through. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and switch legs. We're going right back into it. Driving that knee up. Otherwise, we're coming down, tapping that floor, just like if we were going to start a sprint. Coming off those, I don't know what they're called. The little sprinting things that you stand on when you about to go sprinting on a track. Can't think of the name. Shoot me a comment to remind me. That would be fantastic. Driving that knee up. Core stays tight. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and relax. Next up, we have Predator Jacks. We're gonna do a half squat here. So it'll look something like this. Then all we're gonna do is we're gonna come out wide. Arms are coming out to the side. Then we're coming back in. Otherwise, we can step. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, here we go. Again, we're either stepping or jumping out. Core stays tight. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Good. All right, we got 2 more. Next up, we have 10 and 2s. So we're gonna face 10 o'clock, then we're gonna jump over to 2 o'clock. Or it could be 11 and 1, if that's a little easier for you. Or we can go 9 and 3, or we don't have to jump at all. We can just step, and step, and step. Okay? Going back and forth, 10 and 2, 11 to 1, or 9 to 3. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. Hop at your own speed. If you want to immediately go back and forth, that works too. Or you slow it down. Couple hops here, couple hops here. Or like I told you guys before, we can step. 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 Try to stay up on those toes, working those calf muscles a little bit. Core stays tight. Three, 2, 1, and done. Go ahead. Last one, here we go. We're coming down into a plank. And then all we're gonna do from here, lift those hips up, come down and either touch our toe, or come across and touch our knees. Wherever one you wanna be at, okay? Plank, knee or toe, back down to plank. 3, 2, 1, and go. If you gotta come up, just do 1, drop those knees down for a break, and then come back up. Back for another. You can do that, or you can do what I showed you a few days ago, or last week. Come across and tap down. Keep that core tight, protect that spine as we come down. Otherwise, we're planking and touching. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, guys. We got one more round. We're gonna go through this one a little quicker, just like always, because now we're familiar with the exercises. You're familiar with the cues. I'll keep saying them, just like always. But, like before, that rest break is gonna be a little bit shorter. So, we're gonna find our chair, our stability bar, our Bosu ball, whatever we're sitting on for the first half of the exercise. Grabbing our lighter weights. Feet are coming out in front of us. Core stays tight. And we're gonna begin in 3, 2, 1. Go. Bringing those weights in, palms together, then out, then all the way back up. Don't forget, core stays tight. All the time, core stays tight. Reason being is because we want to protect that spine. We don't want to be dipping in, hurting our lower back. We don't want to be hunching forward to round those shoulders forward and possibly put our shoulder at a compromising position. So we're bringing those elbows in as we come forward here, pushing it back out, all the way back to the top. Ready? In 3, 2, 1. And relax. Good. Here we go. We're going to find the upper part of our back, up on our shoulders, our head. Hips are going to be up, and we're going to start pushing out. In 3, 2, 1. Go. Keep those hips up. Core stays tight. Keeping it up here. And pushing that weight above our chest. As we go through this exercise, try to get as many as you can at a moderate speed, okay? The reason why I say that is because I don't want to see, of course I can't see you, but I don't want you to be going here, just like bouncing all over the place, possibly bouncing yourself off the ball or couch or whatever you're using to hold yourself up. Just stay at a consistent speed and just try to rip them as many as you can out. So as little breaks as possible. 3, 2, 1, and done. We're gonna stay where we're at, keeping those hips up. Arms are coming straight out in front of you, and then we're gonna bend at the elbows. Palms facing each other, bending at the elbows and back up. We're working those triceps. We just got done working the chest, the front part of our shoulders and the triceps as a secondary muscle. Now we're just gonna isolate those triceps as we contract our glutes to keep our hips up. Ready, 3, 2, 1, and go. Remember, try not to let those shoulders come back or forward. We want to be isolating the elbow as our only pivot point. Three, 2, 1, and done. Go ahead and set those weights off to the side. That's the stability balls that come out in front of you. Coming down onto the mat or the floor. And then from here, hips are going to be up. Bringing that ball in and then pushing back out. Here, and back here. If not, feet are going to be flat on the floor. We're coming up to hip thrusters or single leg hip thrusters. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Hip thrusters here. Single leg with our legs out at an angle and staying that way. We're not coming straight up and down and hip thrusting here. Leg is going to be out as we come up and down. And then we're going to switch. Otherwise, we're finding our stability ball. Hips are going to be up and contracting back towards your glutes, and then rolling it back out. Three, two, one, and done. Go ahead and set that ball off to the side. We're grabbing our weights again for lunges. One foot in front of the other. I'll tell you guys when to switch. Make sure that leg's back far enough. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. Oop, there we go. Don't forget, core staying tight, upper body straight up and down. It's a lot easier to point with that weights in my hand. Upper body straight up and down. You gotta do this without weights. Go ahead and do so. Core tight here. Straight up and down with the upper body. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna switch to the other side. Same thing here. Yeah, okay, that works. I got a little turn around for a second. Ready, and go. Also with this, if you need something to kind of help stabilize yourself as you're doing the lunges, so for instance a ball or a chair that has a higher back on it, so that way you can hold up here, or a couch or something that you can hold on to kind of help stabilize yourself. That's a good way to get this form down pat. Okay? Use that if you need to. Anything that you need to make sure that you are doing the proper form, very important. You can have a weight in your hand and still hold on to something as you're doing these. 3, 2, 1, and done. Grabbing our heavy dumbbell yet again. Having it sit straight up here. Remember, feet are going to be angled out. Knees, again, are going to be going out as well. Sumo deadlifts. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Here we go. Remember to contract those glutes as we come to the top of our exercise. Core stays tight, coming down, contracting the glutes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Good. Last but not least, for the resistance training part of our exercise, we're coming back down to those planks. So again, either down on our elbows, up on our hands like so, or we can be on our wrists. If you gotta bring those knees down to take a break, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, we're gonna go ahead and get started. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Core stays tight. Challenge yourself, challenge that core. Again, if you want, you can drop those hips down to the side if you want to make it a little more difficult. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. Sorry, my counting was a little bit off there. All right, we're gonna finish off the cardio. again, to start off with, we're going back to those sprinters. So we're taking one leg back. Arm is either coming down or hands are up, pushing the knee through. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. You guys can tell it's Monday. It is Monday. Push that knee through. Keep that core tight. Bringing those hands down or coming down into that sprinter and driving that knee up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Here we go. Right into it. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, guys, 3 more. I keep looking at my hand like I have my watch on my wrist. All right, next up, predator jacks. Right here, down in our half squat, and then either stepping out or jumping out wide. 3, 2, 1, go. Or stepping out. I'm gonna grab some water. You keep going. My mouth gets so dry. Trying to exercise and give all these cues. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. 2 more, here we go. We're going back to those 10 and 2s. Here, jumping back and forward. Or we're stepping. Stepping here, stepping back. Trying to stay on those toes. 3, 2, 1, and go. Here we go. Core stays tight. Moving those arms. We only have 1 more after this. Stay with me. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. There we go, last one. We're going back into that plank. Here, coming up and touching either our knee, our toe. We're dropping those knees down, coming to the side across. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Keeping the core tight. Don't forget, very important. Coming back down into that plank, or coming back up into all fours. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. And done. Excellent job today, everybody. Thank you again for joining me in the strength and conditioning class with me, Brendon. For those of you who are just joining us today, we look forward to being able to see you all in person again. Hopefully, if the shutdown and everything ends right on cue at the 19th of December. Other than that, thank you guys so much for everything. Please remember to like, comment, share the video, subscribe to our channel, and also to check in while you guys are here. Make sure the link is on the bottom of the screen. Click that, fill your information in, check in for the class. Thanks guys, see you later.